Give Coach Regan over to get seated. And then he'll begin with opening statement. Please raise your hand on your phone.
I mean, what a great game that our ladies played. They showed so much fight. In games, we've been having like one bad quarter, and that's kind of been deciding the game. And when they jumped out on us, I think it may have been 13-3 or 15-3. We could have folded right there. Just that adversity, just not knowing if you can fight through it. And our ladies showed so much character of pulling together. And I saw it in practice that they were together and committed to coming out and playing hard and winning this game. I'll take any questions that you guys may have.
So, Coach, I guess one of the knocks against this team was maybe that you guys weren't really hanging with some of the upper echelon competition that you were facing, especially down in the Bahamas. What does a win against a team like Ohio State mean for you, mean for this program?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, it's for the ladies. It's for our players. You know, that's what I'm most concerned of. It's not about me. I just wanted them to be able to experience that because I know we have some really good players, but sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to try to learn to win together. They've won other places, but to win together, it's a little bit different, and we just weren't able to put it all together. But we've been getting better the last few games, and so you can kind of see this coming a little bit.
What stood out to you? Sorry, guys, but what stood out to you about Tisha Hyman's performance tonight?
I mean, Tisha's, she's a special player, you know, and this is what she's capable of. And she did it on a big-time stage. You know, I watched Tisha all throughout high school, and she's been scoring points forever. And so for her to be able to come out and do it on this stage, I'm so happy for her. I've said the one thing about Tisha is I'm just glad that she's going to get an opportunity to display her game because she hasn't had the opportunity to do that.
Can you talk about your offense's game inside the paint today?
Yeah, I thought we were solid. I thought we're not posting up, but we're attacking the paint and getting to the basket, and that's what our team is really good at. And so I thought we were able to attack them off the drive, spread them out, and be able to make some plays. And our players made plays tonight. You know, that's really what it came down to. They made plays one-on-one, you know, breaking the play, and that's what you have to do in these games. Your best players have to be able to step up and win these games, and they did.
You mentioned the first quarter deficit. I guess what specifically helped you guys get out of that?
I just think it was their determination. They knew that it was going to come. They knew that we were going to face adversity, and we had been facing that. And so I think that they just made up their mind and said, no, not tonight. We're going to continue to compete, and if we could just stay there, they knew that they would be able to break through.
Hey, Coach. If somebody would told you that Chrislyn Carr would only have 1 point going into the fourth quarter and she ended up with 23, What would you tell them?
You know, that happens. You know, that happens to every player. But, you know, the 23 or 22, I'm not surprised. I mean, she's a scorer. I mean, this kid had 38 points as a freshman, you know, in a Big 12 game. So she can score. I wasn't really worried about her. I just told her to just stay aggressive and just keep competing.
And what changed for you during the first quarter? I know you said you could have folded, but I think I saw you guys kind of transition and start to press a little bit more. Was that?
Yeah, I think we may have done some things differently, but I just think that it was really the players just being determined. They know what they had to do. They know that this was a pattern that we had, and they just stuck together and figured it out.
Coach, you touched on this a little bit, but just Tisha and the experience she's had when she was playing in Westchester County, and she had to do a lot of iso ball just because she was one of the best players on her team. She kind of did that in the first half, but then she was dishing it out too in the second half as well. Was that isolation something that you guys talked about, her working and going inside and embracing the contact for those three-point plays?
Yeah, I think it's something that we talked about basically just because we were spreading them out, you know, but you don't really have to talk to Tisha about that. She's an attacker. You know, that's what she likes to do. And so she sees space, and she's going to get in there and attack and make plays. And tonight, she put it all together.
This kind of triple threat you guys have on offense with Crystalline, Najee, and Tisha. What can you say just about how that's kind of developed? They have that chemistry that they've been talking about with the full court press, but now it's showing offensively too.
Yeah, you know, Najee's probably been our most consistent player the last 3 or 4 games. She's really stringing some games together here. A lot of games she's having some really, really good starts and getting us off to a good start. And so Najee's showing what she can do. She's a very good player, very heady player, and she's a leader. And so I've been impressed with her play.
Coach, there was a moment in the beginning of the third quarter where Najee had taken Chrislyn Carr under her arm around midcourt and said some things to her. This is before she'd had some points. Murray had actually taken multiple players off, kind of either talking them up a little bit on the sidelines or in the middle of the game. What have you seen from Murray as a leader so far?
She is a leader, and she won't let kids, her teammates, hang their heads. She makes mistakes like anybody else, and she picks herself up, and she picks our team up, and that was the fight that we had to have. She was like, "I'm not going to let you guys hang your head. Just keep playing," and that's encouraging because that's not being selfish. That's being about the team.
Coach, on a night with no Jayla, no Ebony, especially for an Ohio State team that had some size, what's going through your head when Alasia gets into foul trouble there?
Yeah, that was my biggest fear. That was my biggest fear, and they tried to attack. They tried to attack us inside, but our girls have been fighting inside, and I got to do a better job of maybe getting her out a little bit. But she came in. We held the fort down at 8 minutes to go. She came in and closed the game, and so teams are going to try to do that to us. But I didn't think it was as bad as maybe it could have been because our girls just had a lot of fight in them.
Yeah, and you guys, you talked about this a little bit, spreading out the offense. You guys have been working on the drive and the kick for some of those three-pointers. You guys finished with 9 three-pointers, but it seemed at the beginning that was kind of taken away. What do you think changed offensively? Was there anything strategy-wise that you guys did to kind of find more open spaces in the defense?
Yeah, I thought we were just a little bit more patient offensively. We scored 38 points in the paint, and that's not by post-ups. That's by attacking, And so we were kicking it out and shooting threes, but we also had some players making plays at the basket, too, as well. And that's what we have to be able to do to be successful.
Hey, Coach, what can you tell us about Priscilla Williams? I saw that she announced that she would be redshirted for this year.
Yeah, I can't really make a comment on that, but I will at some point, Mike. I will.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Coach.